Ladies and gentlemen, it's the time. It's not news, because that would give you the blues. It's time for the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Just focus on the other shit. Yeah. All right.
Might as well sample that sound, man.
All right, you guys. Update. Because people, we're talking about this, and we don't want to appear at all callous, because I think about the Malaysian Airlines, I think the thing is that a lot of the people who are watching the news and stuff, we too are frustrated. Nothing like the poor families who have to deal with that, but just because it seems like the reporting seems to be so much bullshit. Mm-hmm. And it is. And the reason it is, too, is probably because from the top down it's bullshit. The way the governments are not cooperating with each other, right, or attempting to cooperate, or what. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But it's kind of obvious that stuff is going on behind the scenes. So this morning, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, the Prime Minister, makes an announcement that the plane is in the Indian Ocean, and that's their conclusion. Meanwhile, all the other people are going based on what? You're not giving us any data, information. So all the other, this is the governments. So China, some of them are quiet. You got to get a list, because in different moments they're doing different things. Right. But some of them are quiet. Some of them are saying based on what? People are still doing a full activity. So at the bare minimum, you could tell that even though the Prime Minister of Malaysia announces that it's in the ocean, right, that they have no proof. They have no proof of anything. And one of the first times today, I heard one of the experts say, if this latest thing doesn't really find anything, like they investigate what these Malaysians are saying they're going to send, he says, you really have nothing, right? Right. Absolutely nothing. Right. You don't have a floating body. You don't have a seat cushion. Mm-hmm. You don't have anything. So, wow. So I had to give you the update on that. The update on the Russian invasion in the Crimea, which is the big international thing, sorta, is that this falling out of the news. The Russians are in there, they're taking control of stuff, and it's falling out of the news. So the news is what's not news.
What's the difference? Isn't that like San Fernando Valley succeeding from Los Angeles?
Well, that's what they say. Now, I remind people that the U.S., had, because of some of the programs we had, we basically took control of the hemisphere, too. Every country in South America, we've messed with the governments, either through assassination, CIA. There's not a country. Right. Okay. I haven't ever heard any complaints from Canada. But everybody going south, right, we've been screwing with them and then their shit. Mexico can do nothing. No. Without our approval. No. Okay. No, try to act like it's not almost nothing.
Everybody has their turn, don't they?
Whatever. They can play like it's not a satellite. That's why I was always in favor of open borders. I said, I agree that all colonized people should be able to move freely within the colony. That's my position. All colonized people should be able to move freely within the colony. So Mexico, that's California, right? All right. Okay. So now, good news, bad news. We're going to not do them necessarily in that order.
Well,
okay?
What was that one?
That was kind of bad. Well, listen, I want to get this one out because this one's kind of bad too. But let me get it out. Big news came out in the paper that says when they look at United States schools, that the schools, like medicine, are plagued by inherent built-in racial inequality. And some of the numbers are ridiculous. In other words, what they're showing that by being black, you're way less likely to get any preschool program, way more likely to be turned directly into police for a minor infraction. You're 45% more likely to be actually turned over to the police for a minor infraction as compared to whites. It's really interesting, some of the things that they found. You're more likely to be subject to arrest at school. Okay, for the same things. For the same things that other students would not be subject to. Right. In other words, what I'm saying is that these are things where other students might be sent home. Okay, you actually get turned over to the police Okay, so wow, it's a big study, big old study. The education secretary Arnie Duncan came out talking about this, saying that the findings must compel us to act. It's just like medicine. When they looked everywhere, they found that racism was endemic.
Right.
Quiet study. You can always look it up.
That's right.
About what happens when the computers came about in medicine. The computers showed that they were able to tell doctors, say, wow, once you put in a search and cross, prostate screening with race, they could tell a doctor, wow, you screen your white patients 90% of the time and your black ones 40% of the time. Could you explain that? And what's the computer did in medicine, and they keep it really hush-hush. Shocked the shit out of everybody because it told them, told them about the money, who was doing what, and what was endemic.
Right. That
even when you paid the same money, you were not getting the same care.
Right.
Not for HIV, heart, any kind of cancer, nothing. So, and we did, and I did a whole thing on that because I had been asked to actually speak on that.
Right.
In a couple of talks.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of the bad news. Be aware. Now, how about the good news? Well, first of all, Billy Ray Cyrus and Dionne Warwick did a collaboration. Now, isn't that interesting? He wrote a song about the 1999 Columbine tragedy. And then I guess Dionne Warwick heard the track. Let's take a look at the story. And then decided to do the, here it is.
Interesting.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. You just
almost 15 years later, he found a voice for the track, Dionne Warwick, who he says took it to a whole new level. And then they're supposed to perform the song. If we could just get this page to load.
there you
This is the Ram 1500.
This is the Ram 1500.
Now, is
Tired of the Ram.
that part of the, I thought that was all part of it.
I did too. I thought it was part of the Ram. See this up here. Billy Ray to
part of the whole
YouTube. I'll have to cut that
thing.
out and remove that before we syndicate this show because I can't rebroadcast those things.
Nope.
Unfortunately. Real funny about that.
Yeah.
They're really funny about
Very
stuff like
touchy.
that. But great, I get to show it for you, and we get to include it in our rebroadcast, and I thought you would like it. I thought our people would appreciate that, so.
Definitely.
Okay, now, other news items, you guys. First of all, Mac McAllister, the G&M Bureau Chief. Let me show you guys this. First of all, Mac, he's been reaching out. And now he's connecting with Italy. First of all, it all started because Port Townsend has a sister city. Now, I don't even know how that stuff goes. But they have a sister city. And so Mac, 74 years young. Here he is sitting on the beach, everybody. Let me blow this up. Here he is. This is Mac. This is Mac on a day when he's working hard.
Is that San Pedro?
This is Mac on a typical work day, right here, as he's preparing to go out. He dresses appropriately because he often has to, go out into the wilderness, being up there in Port Townsend, Washington. And he has to sometimes actually go down the street where, of course, there's a dispensary within a block or so. Not that he would use those things. But here he is on a typical hard work day. So anyway, Mac, the sister city, so Port Townsend has a sister city. See, this is why we got to get the Uvu stuff, because I'm supposed to be able to go Uvu Mac and have him tell the story himself.
Right.
Well, we're coming to that, you guys. Mac, be ready, because I want to be able to go to you in PMC and have you guys tell these stories yourself. But anyway, so Mac, is connected with the sister city, and someone sends him a link to a DJ. He goes and checks out this DJ, and then he's totally stoked. Okay, so now Mac is pushing for this whole collaboration thing in Italy to do some more 3D animations. So first of all, you guys go to the site. Remember, the site is onlinewithmac.ning.com. I'll put it in the chat room. Online with Mac, just like it sounds. Online, ONLINE. Okay, ONL. Oh, forget it. See, this computer's over there. It's too hard to type. But onlinewithmac.ning.com. And then, so I want you guys to know. Take a look. There he is, working hard. Wow.
Throwing up the gangster signs, right?
Yeah, All right, you guys, how about this? And I don't know if this is bad news. I'm going to blow it up a little bigger. I don't know that it's... But first of all, did you all hear about Kanye and Kim on the cover of Vogue. All right, where's my sound effect?
Yeah.
Where's my sound
I'm just,
effect?
I'm not mad. I'm going like, build your empire. Make me switch.
I actually
flip
like
Vogue.
Kim
Flip
Kardashian.
Vogue. But that's not, that picture, is that picture really the story?
I think it says something about pop culture.
But, okay, if you just look at the picture.
Because, first of all, it says something about pop culture in terms of, it makes a statement about what's important because it's a changing of the guard. Kanye represents still, for the most part, hip-hop and a certain kind of urban culture. Mm-hmm. First, the fact that he's with a woman like Kim Kardashian already. The fact that it's a biracial, whatever you want to call it, without even embracing these terms, by the way. I hate these terms. But they are whatever. They're a black man and Kardashian. I think
you know what? You can't even find the name. See, I think it's funny.
Well, she's Armenian,
right?
Armenian, but then there's a whole bunch of that. That's why, because when you know more, it actually makes you get more confused. Because in terms of the different ethnic makeups,
or the other backstory.
What's the other backstory?
How did you get to where you are, Kanye, Kim?
No, I'm not even. Y'all want to see? I'm not gonna bash on Kim.
No. I think it's all good.
It is good.
But see, when you don't really,
okay. I know. So either you like him or you love him.
Right.
You know what? It's funny because in watching interactions of different people, you get a feel for their vibe. And maybe I'm just missing something.
Right.
But she comes off fairly mellow on certain levels. And plus, I never forget the night that she walked into the restaurant and she was looking at Victor, you guys. We got witnesses. No. Ask Danny Holland.
No.
We were out in the late night.
No.
Out and where we were like at the deli. What's his name? Deli. And Kim Kardashian came in and she was looking at Victor like he was steak on a plate. We were like, damn, I ain't lying.
He can't prove it. Can't prove it.
Y'all know me.
Can't prove it.
Y'all know me.
Can't prove it.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
She
I was like, damn, can I get a cast off? No, I was with Daddy, so I was comfortable.
She was probably thinking of security services.
I could just say, I watched Kim Kardashian look at Victor, and I said, damn. Damn, okay, you like him, huh? Shit. I wish I could catch a woman looking at me like that.
Becca,
y'all know what I'm talking about.
Stop.
Sometimes when you catch them looking like, you're like, oh, shit. Sometimes an expletive is appropriate. Sometimes an expletive is appropriate. It gives you the proper understanding of the moment.
Yeah, and like when you was at Chipotle. You see something at that moment.
I did. I saw that girl. I said,
and you said,
ooh. See, that's like I said, people talk about people gay or liking this. I said, you don't choose what you like.
Right.
One day you see something and you like it. One day somebody touches you and you really like it. You discover what you like. You don't choose what you like. I'm telling you, this girl walked into Chipotle yesterday. I said, that took me back. I said, if I was like 30, I would have been on her. I swear I would have been like...
And you know who didn't catch it?
Under 25, just...
Miko didn't see any of it.
She was...
yeah.
She reminded... anyway. See, Lon, when we're younger, you have that old hunt thing going on. When you get older, you don't have that anymore. You ain't got no hunt. You can have a woman, but they got to come to you. You know, they got to at least... Like they say, first it was like, meet me halfway.
Right.
Now you got to like come all the way over here.
You got to do a... Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Because that's what you lose. You lose that hunt. I'm trying. That's what you need, some of that low T or something. I don't know. You got to get some treatment.
Work out more.
Because that's what I'm saying, you guys. Because hunting, you don't have that hunt. Women say he doesn't have a hunt. Well, yeah, no. We have no hunt.
Well, Becca said, what? Mario's verbiage is making my mouth water. So is the scenery.
All right. Well, thank you, Becca. That's why you got it. When you get older as a man, you need a woman more appropriate for your age. Both of y'all want to get some sleep.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's the truth. That's why you get a woman appropriate for your age, because both of y'all thinking about the same stuff. Getting some rest.
You know what? When did the I won't even get into that. First of all, we're supposed to be encouraging that young minds, young heart. Age got nothing to do with it.
Well, that's what we try to say.
Yeah, no, that's what we do.
That's what they try to say. You're only as old as you feel.
Right.
That's why I'm older than a mother. Oh, death. Any moment. I'm telling you.
That's wrong.
I'm barely here, everybody. They're strapping me in the chair.
That's wrong.
Because to keep me here, okay. Now, I want to show you guys this. This is one of my, the other shit. I love some stuff, stories of the other shit. Right? Because I love some of these things because it makes me think. Okay, so they had this feature. Wow, where did it go? You know what? I can't. Y'all, this is what happens, see?
What is that?
Just when I'm trying to, okay, I want you guys to, they had this feature on like the smallest rental homes, 400 square feet. Okay, tiny rentals. Now, I was thinking you could build one of these. Like you could build one. Okay, you could build one.
Trying to enlarge it?
No, it's acting the link. I'm going to paste the link into the browser window. Copy URL. Copy link location. Then open another window. Paste it into the menu bar. Now go to that bad boy. Okay, thank you. So, I don't know why. Do we know why? Why? Why does it mess up? Mario, why? I don't know why. Why? I don't know why. Why does it mess up? We try. Okay, you guys, this is what I was thinking. And it's somewhat impractical. Look at these wonderful 400 square foot houses. Right? Now imagine we put one up there in Washington somewhere. I mean, I'm saying, isn't that kind of cool? I mean, just think about it. Look at this. Maybe I'm getting old, but look at this. Look at this inside. 400 square foot house with the wife. We got the TV. The main thing is the toilet. We got a little refrigerator. Okay. Because I say, what if I run in? I told my woman, I say, what if I come in and throw a beaver on the floor? Hey, skin it and cook it. I said, I'll go all Grizzly Adams on your ass.
Right.
And I'm out hunting. And we was laughing. She said, yeah, the tail be sticking off one side. The first time they make the beaver hat, it's always fucked up, kind of.
Yeah.
You put on the beaver hat, they got the head still on it, kind of like tongue hanging out, the tail. So your first time you go wilderness on your woman, they never do a good job. So remember that. So the first wilderness clothes she makes, they jacked up. They jacked up. Just know that. Just also remember, once you're in the wilderness, the hair gets kind of jacked up. They never show, like in those Alaska survival shows, they never show black women up there. Never show them.
Becca says she's been in a 400 square foot.
I bet, see, Becca could do it.
Right.
See, that's my point.
Well, you try to convince.
Yeah, I'm saying you got to watch who you take to the little 400 square foot houses, especially in the wilderness, because urban people don't survive. They won't.
I just want to ask the question.
I think they're lovely.
They always tend to be just isolated. Is there like a neighborhood where they're all together? You could,
I mean, like a whole bunch of little places
when they out
with
in the
little
woods.
people.
See, my whole thing is places like this can succumb to the big grizzly moment.
Or zombies.
Yeah,
like if they have a zombie outbreak, now you have to be concerned about zombies.
Yeah,
never know.
In a house like that, Mario, a raccoon could look gigantic.
Well, that's what but my point, you're right. See, but look at this. They look like somebody's next door. These are lovely. Look at these in the house.
Right.
Little refrigerator. See, these are lovely. And the main thing is, remember, you have that toilet. That's the main thing. Because what separates us from the real rough folks is that toilet. That's the toilet separates you. That's the drawing line for most people. That's going to make it or break it. Some of you just saying. So, it's the toileting. That's it. That's make you pack up, go home. So you cannot shit in the woods no more.
How high do you think the ceiling is?
Wow.
Think about it now.
I don't know. But do you want, look at that, Vic. Do you want one?
The bushes is higher than the roof.
Oh, how cute little houses.
You know what?
Get your little woman to take care of it.
Look, I need... You know what I need?
5'2".
I know what I need. I like it. I'd stay in one. I just want a 10-foot fence.
Here's a house on a truck.
That's all I need.
10-foot fence?
Yes.
Because you got the dog. See, there's a house on a truck.
Right.
What's that play? I don't even know what that does when you play that.
Maybe.
All right, well, that's enough of that. Everybody, little teeny houses.
Yeah.
Little teeny houses.
I'm sorry, man. They're oh, you just jump in with
Sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. Hit the wrong. But that was it anyway. That's the end of the good news. Bad news. Any other shit. Pum, pum, pum. Get a little house. Put it in Becca's yard. Say.